सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च.
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Janana. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Srimad Bhagavatam and its essence is Sriman Narayaneeyam. Bhattatri took us through various avataras, both Purna avataras and Aveshya avataras earlier. This was followed by the Purna avataram, which is Rama avataram in Dashakam 34 and 35. Again, we went into an Aveshya avataram, which is an Apurna avataram, which is Parashurama avataram in Dashakam 36. From Dashakam 37 till about Dashakam 80, we were completely engrossed in Sri Krishna avataram, especially Krishna's birth, his childhood days in Gokula, Vrindavana, Govardhana, and later Mathura. We also recently saw Krishna shifting his capital to Dwaraka. All this on one side. Krishna's relationship with Pandavas begins soon. In this episode, we will get to see Krishna's relationship with the Pandavas and especially his marriage, thereby creating Ashtamahishis. Snigdham mugdham satanavamiptam lalayan satyabhamam yato bhuyas sahakhalutaya yajñaseni vivaham parthav prityai punarapi managasthito hastipuryam shakraprastham puramapi vibho samvidhaya gato bhuhu tvam satatam api lalayan. Though the one who's been constantly delighting, who has been giving happiness, joy, pleasure. Satyabhama to Satyabhama. So it was mutual. Satyabhama too gave delight to Krishna and Krishna too gave delight to Satyabhama. Satyabhama tam mugdham snigdham. How was the Satyabhama? Mugdham snigdham. The one who was very pleasing, charming and alluring. So mugdham snigdham. Bhuyaha yataha saha taya khalu. Along with her, because she is newly married to Krishna, along with her, Yajñaseni Vivaham. So you must understand the circumstance on the other side. So Pandavas, where Kunti had become a single mother, a widow, she was left to the guardianship of all her 3 + 2, 5 children. And they were tormented, and at one point in time it was declared that they were dead in the Lakshagraham, but they managed to escape, going village after village and then coming to Kampilya for the Swayamvara of Draupadi. It was then when the Pandavas were in the disguise of Brahmanas and had wanted to participate in the Swayamvaram of Draupadi that Krishna, Balarama and then Satyabhama had come to this place. Bhuyaha yataha saha taya khalu yajñaseni vivaham. They had come to the Swayamvaram and that will be followed very soon with the marriage of Yajñaseni, which is Draupadi. Punaha asthitaha manak api. So, what were the events then? Arjuna came, he shot at the eye of the fish, and he won over that particular Swayamvaram. He was given in marriage to Draupadi. They went to the hermitage. Draupadi, Kunti said share, without realizing it was a person in flesh and blood. That is when there was a big dilemma as to what should be done. Then Yudhishthira said that all the five had to marry her. That is when Krishna intervenes and says, yes, there was a lady called Marisha who married 10 men. There was a lady called Jatila who married 7 rishis. So there is nothing wrong in you marrying 5 because you did not desire for it. Circumstances led to it. So that is when the marriage is being conducted. Then Krishna stays back. Yajnaseni vivaham punaha asthitaha manak api hastipuriyam prartha priti. Partha Priti. Partha is here Arjuna. Arjuna pleaded, Krishna, why don't you stay for a few days along with Satyabhama? So Krishna heeded to this request and he stayed. Hastipuriyam Partha Priti Manak api asthitaha. He stayed for some time in Hastinapura. Vibho Tvam, O powerful Lord, you did. Agataha abhuhu samvidhaya api. So you did come back to Dwaraka, establishing a capital. So he does hint at the partition of the property done by Dhritarashtra, wherein Khandava Prastha, Khandava Vana was given to the Pandavas, and thereby eventually it led to the birth of the capital, Indraprastha. So Puram Shakra Prastham. Shakra is Indra. So Indraprastha is Shakra Prastham. Puram Shakra Prastham Samvidhaya. So he did help in the establishment. Bhadram भवदवरजां कौरवेणार्थ्यमानां त्वद्वाचा तामहृत कुहनां मस्करीं शक्रसूनुः तत्र क्रुद्धं बलमनुनयन् प्रत्यगास्तेन सार्धं शक्रप्रस्थं प्रियसखमुदे सत्यभामा सहायः त्वद्वाचा शक्रसूनुः. Now, advised by you, when Krishna, you advised, Shakrasunuhu, that son of Indra, who's Arjuna, Kuhana Maskari Ahrita. Kuhana Maskari, he went in the disguise of a fake sannyasi. Earlier, Ravana came as a sannyasi. Here, Krishna is advising Arjuna to go like a fake sannyasi. Kuhana Maskari Ahrita. And thereby, towards his Tirtha Yatra, Arjuna was advised by Krishna to bring some delight to Subhadra and to be abducted away. Remember very well, it was technically Subhadra who drove the chariot. Ahrita Bhavada Varajam, Bhavad Avarajam, your younger sister who's Subhadra, Bhadram Tam Bhadram, that sister of yours called Bhadra, to whom auspiciousness occurred. Bhadram, Bhadram, Tam Bhadram, your sister Bhadra, to whom auspiciousness struck. Bhavad Avarajam, your younger sister, Arthyamanam Kauravena. Earlier, she was sought after by the head of the Kauravas, Dhartarashtras, who is Duryodhana, Kauravena, through Balarama. So, Balarama had promised that he will ensure that his sister is married to Duryodhana. But that didn't occur because Arjuna had taken her away. Arthyamanam Kauravena, Anunayan, Balam Kruddham Tatra. Thereby, this caused a lot of dissent in Balarama, who was very furious on account of that. Tvam Satyabhama Sahayaha, you, hey Krishna, along with the help of Satyabhama, Pratyagaha Sardham Tena, set along with him, Shakraprastham Priyasakha Mude, to delight your friend, again, Arjuna in Indraprastha. So this incident describes all the political alliances that happened. Because earlier it was Rukmini. Rukmini was engaged to Shishupala. Shishupala was friend to Jarasandha. Jarasandha was against Krishna. So, in a way, Krishna had made Shishupala and Jarasandha as enemies. Jarasandha by killing Kamsa, his son-in-law. Shishupala by marrying the lady whom he was engaged to. Similarly, with the help of Satrajit's episode, he had created an enemy in Shatadhanva. Thereby, there was a problem with Akrura and Kritavarma. Now it is a problem with Subhadra's marriage to Arjuna, thereby making his own brother Balarama furious and also making Duryodhana very angry. Shakraprastham priyasakhamude, says Bhattatri. Tatra kridannapi cha yamuna kula drishtvam grihitva tam kalindim nagaramagamaha khandava prinitagnihi bhratrittastam pranaya vivasham deva paitrishvaseim rajnya madhye sapadi jagrishe mitravindam avantim tatra tvam Kridan tatra. Hey Krishna, as you were sporting in Indraprastha, Khandava Prinitagnihi, thereby offering that Khandava Vanam given by Dhritarashtra to the Pandavas. It was a very, very sterile land, infested with thorns and plants, infested with lot of snakes. That area was given. Khandava Prinitagnihi, that place along with Partha, Krishna, you offered it to Agni, which essentially means that place got burned. There was a forest fire. Khandava Prinitagnihi, Grihitva Tam Kalindim, Grihitva Tam Kalindim. So this entire Kalindi, which is Yamuna, Grihitva Tam Kalindim. So there came an episode where Krishna had to marry Yamuna. Api Yamuna Kula Drishtam, seeing you by the banks of river Yamuna, Agamaha Nagaram Cha. So you took Kalindi Yamuna as your wife. So there is already Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, now Kalindi, Agamaha Nagaram Cha, and then you went back to your Nagari, which is Dwaraka. Hey Deva, the one who is Sakshat Narayana, but now Kritva Martyamayim Tanum, you have come in the form of a human. Hey Deva, Tvam Sapadi Jakrishe, you instantly abducted Madhye Rajnyam, in the midst of all the kings, Mitravindam Paitrishvaseim, Mitravinda. So you abducted Mitravinda, who Paitrishvaseim, your father's sister's daughter. So she is your paternal aunt's daughter. In Tamil, we call that relationship as Attai Magal. So here, Paitrishvaseim. So that lady, that woman was called Mitravinda. Krishna married her in the Swayamvaram. Avanti, what was the city where he married Avanti? Pranaya Vivasham. That Mitravinda who was in love. See, everybody is in love with Krishna. So, Pranaya Vivasham. So, that Mitravinda who was in love with Krishna, Bhratritastam, and who was fearful of her brothers. Like how Rukmini was fearful of her 5 brothers, Mitravinda was also fearful of her brothers. So, Krishna married her. Satyam Gatva Punarudavaho Nagnajin Nandanam Tam Badhva Saptapi Cha Vrishabaran Saptamurtir Nimeshat Bhadram Nama Pradudaratha Te Deva Santardhanadhyaha Tatsodaryam Varada Bhavataha Sapi Paitrishvasei Tvam Punaha Gatva Udavaha. Then you went back to a province called Kosala and married Tam Satyam. There was a princess called Satya. Who was she? Nagnajin Nandanam. She was the daughter of a king called Nagnajit. So Nagnajit's daughter Satya lived in Kosala. Now Krishna went there. What was the contest? The one who's able to control 7 ferocious bulls at one go will be able to marry Satya. Saptamurti, his son, he was able to bring 7 Vrishabhas under control. Saptamurti, his son, Chabadhva, Nimeshad, and tying up instantly. Krishna used all his force, like how in the southern part of the country it is called Jallikattu, where they bring the bulls under the control during the Shankaranti festival. There is a festival in Karnataka where they bring buffaloes under control. So buffaloes or bulls. Similarly, there were 7 bulls that were brought. Saptamurtihi son, these 7 bulls, cha badhva nimeshat, Krishna was able to tie them instantly. Api sapta vrishabaran, they were not normal animals, very ferocious, strong bulls. Athadeva Santardhanadhyaha, thereby Santardhana and others who were related to Satya, who were opposing this, they finally gave her in marriage to you. Pradaduhu te, they gave Satya in marriage to you. Tat Sodaryam Nama Bhadram, their sister by name Bhadra, He Varada, Sa Api Bhavataha Paitrishvasi. She was also in a way related to you as your father's niece. So he says, Paitrishva Seyi. So in a way, there was a mesh of a relationship that Krishna had created with so many marriages. But then this Dashakam also takes us through a few more alliances and what happened to the Pandavas after that. So you get the essence of Mahabharata in a way in this Dashakam. All that in the next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण। सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो अज्ञात्वा ते महत्वम्। நாராயணியத்தின் வரிகள் சொன்னால் எப்பவுமே பாஷ்பவாரி பரிபூர்ணலோச்சனம் தான். கேட்பவர்களுக்கும் சரி சொல்பவர்களுக்கும் சரி நமக்கு என்னவோ அந்த நாராயணியத்தோட இணைஞ்சு போற மாதிரியே ஒரு பாவம். வரக்கூடிய ஜூலை மாதம் 8, 9, 10 3 நாட்கள் அடியேன் பெங்களூர்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய டோம்லூர் சூரியநாராயண சுவாமி கோவிலில் ஸ்ரீவித்யா சேரிட்டிஸ் ட்ரஸ்ட் ஏற்பாடு பண்ணி 3 நாட்கள் 8, 9, 10 ஜூலை சாயங்காலம் 6 மணிக்கு மேல பேச இருக்கேன். இது அனுமதி எல்லோருக்கும் சுலபம், ஒன்றும் கட்டணம்லாம் ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. ஃப்ரீ என்ட்ரி, நோ ரெஜிஸ்ட்ரேஷன், எல்லாரும் கலந்துக்கலாம். நீங்க அத்தனை பேரும் இந்த உபன்யாசங்கள் 3 நாட்களுக்கும் வந்து குருவாயூரப்பனுடைய அனுபவத்தை பருக வேண்டும் என்பது அடியேனுடைய பிரார்த்தனை. நமஸ்காரம்.